Catching the news, catching the news, catching the news with Detroit Red. That's right, y'all. That's what we do right here at Catching the News with my boy Detroit Red. Bring you the top news stories from all over the world, all over the nation. Give you his comment and opinion, and then leave the line open for you to do the same. And please feel free to comment whether you agree or not, because that's what we all about here at Catching the News. What's up, everybody? It's me, your boy Detroit Red. So you know what that must mean. Time for another episode of Catching the News with me, comedian Detroit Red. And you know how I do it. I scour the news waves locally, nationally, worldwide, and bring you some of the top headlines floating through the news waves today. Then I give you my comment and opinion on it, and leave the lines open for you to do the same. Of course, after I let you the fine folks check out the video story yourself. And today's story comes directly out of Baltimore, Maryland, where Mr. Freddie Grey just passed after being in police custody and mysteriously obtaining injuries that required surgery, 3 or 4 of them, and a severed spine. Yeah, sounds kind of jacked up to me too. So you know how we do it. I'm going to let you check the story out, look at the tape, and then I'm going to come back, give you my comment and opinion. Let's check it out.
Mystery death of a young man in Baltimore police custody. The autopsy on this 25-year-old is now complete. The names of the officers involved in his arrest released. But more information has not led, though, to any more clarity as far as how this 25-year-old suspect, Freddie Grey, broke his neck after Baltimore police arrested him. This is back on April 12th. He died a week later. Now, as we mentioned a second ago, the department has suspended these 6 officers with pay. They've released their names, their ages, how long they've been on the force, but officials didn't specify on the reasons why. However, the mayor of Baltimore did tell CNN this.
We know that he asked for medical attention. We know that that medical attention was not immediately requested for him. We know that was a mistake.
That conclusion based on the fact that Grey asked for medical help more than once while being transported in a van. In fact, city and police officials revealed Grey requested his inhaler, his asthma inhaler, at the same time officers called for the van. They also disclosed that Grey was put in leg restraints, but officials say they do not know how or when Grey's spinal cord was severed. And what's more, Grey's autopsy revealed his spinal injury was the only trauma to his body.
There was no physical bodily injury that we saw, nor was it evident in the autopsy of Mr. Grey. None of his limbs were broken.
CNN has affiliate WJZ has obtained amateur video that provides a new, closer angle to Grey's arrest. Warning, the video is tough to watch.
Shorty, that was after they tased out him like that. Man, I've been recording. I've been recording it. I've been recording it. What car they come out of, yo?
He on a bike, yo, right there. Him right there. He on a bike.
I got it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, yo.
Get his badge, number his chump badge.
After they did tase yo like that, you wonder why he can't use his legs. Yeah, I sure will. I sure will.
Alright, you know how I do it. Straight in, no chaser. I ain't got time to play. I say BS, bullshit, forgive my French. This young man had no use of his legs, hopping and screaming in agony, looked like he weighed about $170 wet, with 5 or 6 heavy, big police officers on him who's already tased him. We found out later on that his ankles were restrained after being threw up in the back of the paddy wagon. They also declined to give him medical treatment, delayed it when he first asked for it, as he constantly saying he can't breathe. He constantly telling them he in pain. And there's no charges? Please. America, let's wake the hell up. We got a problem right here in our country. where our police officers have felt they are judge and jury when it comes to a minority world. You may be asking what I'm saying. Let's look at it. Just last week, we had a double homicide suspect chase down an Ohio officer who refused to shoot him. He cared that much about that suspect's life where he actually tripped and put his own life at risk, not knowing if this guy actually had a weapon in his pocket, not knowing if this guy was going to charge him, which is something Darren Wilson got away with for Michael Brown. But yet we constantly seeing young black men and minorities being abused, beat, and killed. The same system we call the justice system here in this country. And officers walk off with no charges, basically scot-free. Look, we need to start the conversation. I want a just, fair police force. I'm not against policing. We need it. No police in this country would lead to mass pandemonium and chaos. Let's be real about it. But if they can't be just, if they cannot do the job that they were hired to do, which was enforce the law and make a person go before a judicial system to be found innocent or guilty, I don't care what they did. They have that right in this country as an American citizen to go through that process. If the police that we are hiring are too incompetent, too scared, too cowardly, or chose to use this job as a means to exercise racist intentions and feelings, can't make this happen. We need to change the cops we hire. We need to look at the system we got in place. And we need to do it quick, because eventually this will lead to a civil unrest that will explode like a bomb. I'm never anti-police. I just want fair, just police. And if you're too scared to do the job, don't fill out the goddamn application. Look here, my name is Detroit Red. That's my comments and opinion. I got one like everybody else, and that's what the show is all about, to get the conversation started. So please, whether you agree with me or not, whatever viewpoint you may feel on this, feel free to leave it, share it, pass it along. This is how we get things accomplished. For the people, by the people. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You know how I go. If it's a news story worth catching, you know you'll be catching it with Detroit Red. Peace.
Catching the news, catching the news, catching the news with Detroit Red. I say I'm catching the news, catching the news, catching the news with Detroit Red. I say I'm catching my news with my man Detroit Red. Give me top stories of the news and put it in my head. Leave the line open for me to communicate. Understand, I don't never ever hesitate, cause I be catching the news, catching the news, catching the news with Detroit Red. I say